I know it's been a while. I've been busy with university. It's the concluding period of the semester. It's very busy with terms of assessments and other stuff. The point today is thought I had. What is that thought to be asked? It's simply put one simple question. Is people who are nice in personality necessarily going to be progressive in politics? Well, that's that may seem like a simple yes, clear cut. That a personality trait might make you a better person politically. But I'd argue against that. Just for example, right, the same-sex marriage stuff. Is there a genuine thing behind it, which is a progressive outcome? Yes. But then at the same time, a lot of the same people then supporting same-sex marriage might then support something more insidious behind the scenes. For example, let's just say someone who supports same-sex marriage then supports intervention in Ukraine or against Syria or against others. Then that would make the person who would be seemingly progressive in one thing very much supporting a imperialist agenda in another thing, which makes this whole situation far more complex. The real question then should be asked is the political position themselves of the person consistent? Because there's a degree in which being nice politics sometimes can be generally okay if they're consistent. But in the other hand, it can be the greatest deception. Being nice does not mean you'll be moral or just. Influence around you influence your actions, who you affiliate with, how you get information. All of this stuff factors in a lot. So then, a nice person around the wrong kind of people could then form a really weird political background, focus, and primary aim. The point of this is that just because someone's nice doesn't mean you are a good person. You may be nice socially and it's not uncomfortable or a predator. That's fine. But let's just I'll use actually a good example in my case, which I'll get to very soon. That is again with Ukraine and experiencing in university. During one Logos module, we're talking about moral evil. Fine, the conversation was fine. Nothing necessarily wrong with it. It was talking about the deep depravity of it in terms of the worst case people. The people in the room were fine. They weren't insidious. They were nice people by respects. Yet, the influences were clearly showing with what they stood for. Did they stand for peace in terms of Russia and Ukraine? No, they didn't. They literally spent 15 minutes calling Putin nicknames and trying to call him pathetic and weak. Do I care if you dislike or dislike Putin? No. But at the same time, how can you just sit there while pretending to be nice and then and then when it's appropriate,
turn and just do like the hour of hatred on someone. It's just stupid. Can't people? And this is the issue of this: is that nice people then can be more questionable sometimes, which makes huge issues. In this case, again, there was no questioning of the nature of the war. They're saying Putin was evil because he bombed buildings. Putin was evil because he killed people. Putin was evil because of X and Y. Yet, was there ever any discussion about the people basing any foundation of this crisis? Do I think the war's a good thing in Ukraine? No, not really. But do I think it was inevitable? Yes. Frankly, it was inevitable. Do I like it necessarily? No. Could it be avoided? No. But this is a thing sometimes, quote unquote, nice people don't understand. You can't be nice and nice and nice all the time. Cooperation doesn't always exist. You can't just be like Den saying you're evil for not being nice. It's like it doesn't work that way. It just doesn't work that way at all. You can't just sit there, talk about kindness and compassion at one moment, and then essentially wish for the death of someone the next second. That makes you a deceptive person. I would have been fine with them maybe not liking Putin if they were actually nuanced about it, cared for truth of the matter, and actually was actually something other than indoctrinated. But they weren't. And this is the issue. Nice, gullible people then become the front line for more propaganda, more conflict, more agitation. They think they're helping things. They think they're supporting a progressive cause or cause that furthers humanity. But they aren't. Often they aren't. And that's the sad reality of this is that then those people can't realize that they're being played, that they're losing essentially their high ground in morality by doing such actions. You can't just sit there, pretend to be moral, and then support the newest imperialist conflict and agitation the next second. That makes you just a pro imperialist person. And that's what I feel some people who call themselves progressives actually are. And to some degree, I have far more respect for those who are far more conservative and literal in their political stance. The most ugly kinds of people, in some regards, I have far more respect for. Why, you may ask? Simple. Are they vile people? Yes. But they make it very clear who they are. They make it very clear they are not helpful. Or their positions themselves, which you find disgusting, they make very clear. They don't hide it. They don't hide behind masks of deception to be seen as nice, progressive, on the front line of social consciousness. I at least have a small degree of admiration for them. For they have something in which all these nice people don't have, which is the ability to just be true to themselves. Of course, though, with discussion, is there some people who are nice and are generally nice and don't do this stuff? Of course. And if you're one of them, fantastic. But in relation to politics, there needs to be a divide. You can't just say someone's nice, therefore their politics would be good anymore. That I think is a stupid idea. More so. What then do you actually achieve by doing it? What then is the actual result? I know I'm dragging on, so I'll just conclude it very soon. The point is, I think politics itself should be seen as politics. The characteristics of someone being nice or ugly shouldn't matter. But I think the one thing that should matter more so is the very nature of the policies themselves. And if someone who is nice or ugly in heart and mind supports something or doesn't support something, they're the same in my worldview. Is it? Of course, there can be minor nuances here and there between lobbies and other stuff like that to factor in, but that's not really the grand scheme of things. Because at the end of the day, it was a comment made by someone on a question I posted on a Facebook group recently, where I asked about conservative versus progressive Christianity. Where he said conservative Christianity says it as it is, and progressive Christianity sugarcoats it to protect the institution itself. I guess the same can be said for politics and general political discourse. Of course, one thing though that people should not take from this is I'm not saying being progressive is bad. If you're generally progressive, fine. But the wariness should be there that just because someone says they're progressive doesn't mean they actually are necessarily. They might be on like one or two things here and there, but another thing they might be ugly, which denies the very rights of someone else entirely. That's my core point I'm trying to say here. With that, I'll head off for now. Goodbye.